Hey guys, so at some point, I don't know if it's going to be tonight or it's going to be sometime down the road, I'm going to go through all the 3 Days Grace songs and rank them from what I find least least favorite in mind into ones that I like the most into the best. I saw a video of Larry Graves do a video on Black Sabbath, which I really like Black Sabbath as well too. But 3 Days Grace is up there too. I mean, Black Sabbath and 3 Days Grace are probably top 5 or top 10 for me for as far as bands go, or whatever the list is, top 15 of rock bands I look up to, or not look up to, but just crave. So then I have a lot of listening to do. I listened to, well, I was actually listening to some of the songs from Transit Venus. And then I was listening to their debut album, so I should probably listen from start until finish up until more recently. I've heard all their songs before, even their bonus tracks, and yeah, I'll feature all their bonus tracks, but I won't feature any of their covers. It'll all be all their original stuff. So all their original songs, because they have at least maybe about three songs of covers, maybe 3 or 4. So they've done a few covers. Actually, I didn't really know that one of their songs was a Michael Jackson song on "Give In to Me" on their album Transit Venus. Maybe later down the road I will do I think I said it on one video what my favorite album would be for 3 Days Grace. And a lot of people still to this day don't really like the new singer of the 3 Days Grace, but I like him. I went to see him. I have not seen. God, this futon is so squeaky sometimes. It's getting squeakier and squeakier as time. This futon should just go. I've had it for like a year now. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the springs. It's just how it is. Maybe I should wear my sunglasses on. I'm a bit insecure right now. But yeah, I'm incognito now. I don't need to be seen right now. I don't need to look at me. But I'm going to go through a whole listening thing, however how long it takes me to listen to. I'm going to take my time with it. I'm going to really narrow down what I like, what I don't like, what I really like. I mean, taste can change a lot, and I hate to narrow it down. Like, people always ask me, what is your favorite band? What is your favorite song? If you only have one favorite song, what's your favorite song? Well, there's so many songs in the world, and there's so many bands that I don't really know, honestly. It kind of puts a limit on things. I don't like putting a limit on things when there's so much great stuff out there. I like a plethora of different things. I like a lot of different things. As far as music goes, my mind is so open compared to other people's. Probably because that's just the horoscope I am. I'm a Cancer. I'm sensitive, and I'm knowledgeable with things, word-wise, literature-wise, experience-wise, but I kind of take it more inside, and to a point where you almost like kind of hibernate with that experience. But I hope to get out of what is that word? God, I'm pulling a Donald Trump here. Can't even think now. Was it? God, I'm just. Oh, hiatus. Hiatus, right? I was going to say hereditary. There's certain, I may be knowledgeable and intelligent with certain things, but it's like, wow. It's like, I mean, the human brain is like a sponge, it can only absorb so much. But I find that in more other people. And every day, there's always like a test of the test with me. It's like, why are you an outsider? Why do you feel like you're alone or a loner or typecasted? Or why do you feel so insecure? Why don't you get out? Well, yeah, it would be nice if I could get out and do stuff and not be bound in where I'm at and always be financially desperate all the time. If I had a way to make a living off this YouTube, it would be nice. So I don't know what to do. I think maybe I'm going to rebranch a little bit and not be on this channel. Maybe I'll try another channel that won't be successful. I just don't know what I'd call my new channel, honestly. Something needs to happen because no matter what I do, there's always people like point the finger, but no matter what happens in my obstacles in my life, there's always that thing on the forefront of my brain and how I experience this everything. It just goes into a cycle and I get deja vu, and it's hard. It's really hard to break a cycle. And definitely when you haven't had the greatest experiences, and I don't really want to go into depth on that, but dreams tend to kind of haunt me. I mean, just like the Joker, if you've read any of the Batman comics, the Man Who Laughs, I think it was, or something like that. On The Killing Joke, that's the name of the comic, sorry. The Man That Laughs, I think, was partially inspired to make the Joker with Jim Robertson and Bob Kane, and maybe not so much Bob Kane, maybe Bill Finger and Jim Robertson made Joker. But that whole thing is just like, all it takes is one bad day for things to just go wrong. But I've had many of them. And I know I'm insane and I'm crazy, and you guys you could throw all the sticks and stones at me and say whatever you want about me, but it's all one and the same. I've had it all the time, and everyone wants to say the next really obscure thing and more horrendous and disgusting kind of thing to me, to just make it seem that I'm lower and lower and lower. But it's gonna be tricky, and I hope maybe working on some creative videos, like doing the best I can to doing a video on why I like 3 Days Grace so much, and maybe go through all their songs and then a list of all of their songs that they've done, and then narrow it down to, not just narrow it down, but go from number all the way down from how many hundreds of songs they have or how many songs they have, and then narrow it down to the best ones or the best one. And that's what Larry Graves did. If you see his channel, he's been on YouTube for a long time, but sometimes I see his videos. You should go check him out. But he does a lot of talks on older bands like Genesis and Nazareth and Black Sabbath. I really like Black Sabbath, so that's one of the only older bands I really like because they're relevant. And I love Ozzy, and Geezer Butler's my bass player I really look up to as a bass player. And getting in with the whole music thing, that'll take its time, because if I sing now or try and get and work into that, it's going to take some time, because I've been noticing that I'll be rusty and dull trying to get into that because it's just been hitting me. But yeah, I will be doing a video on 3 Days Grace from worst to best in my mind, in my opinion, of what I feel, what hits me the most. And everything's subjective, but I'll see you guys